ho 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 ho. Press 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 press. So before and you know, when people want to wish you Merry Christmas or Happy New Year, and they're like, before this happens and that happens, let me be the first to do this and let me be the first to do that, blah blah blah. Now, before any other person wishes you guys a Merry Christmas, let me be the first. Well, hopefully no one has wished you guys a Merry Christmas yet. Let me be the first to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. So today, before the year comes to an end, I decided I want to do a video on the things I've learned in life so far. So today it's going to be 27 things I have learned on my 27 sweet, wonderful, experience-filled life on earth. Did I say it right? Yes. So I'm going to share 27 things I've learned on my 27 sweet. Okay, yes, I think I said it right. So now, before we even get to it, some of these lessons I'm about to share might be stuff you can relate to and others might not. Now, whichever one you can relate to, good, fine. And whichever you don't, well, you don't. They're mine, my lessons, my life, my discussion, basically. Well, since I don't have a hair to flip, I might as well just flip my earrings. My bracelet earring. Okay, now let's get to it right away without further ado, guys. So one of the things I've learned in life is how to be my own person, do things on my own, go out on my own, watch movies on my own, do a lot of stuff on my own, basically, without necessarily needing someone else to, you know, complete that experience I want to have. So I've learned to be my own person and not give a bleep about peer pressure. Something that took me time to, you know, get to the stage I'm at the moment, and I'm thankful for that. It doesn't mean I don't enjoy people's company. I enjoy people's company a lot, but then there are times people are busy and then you need to do stuff. Like this video I'm shooting, the plan actually was to film it with a friend, but you know, the excuses kept on coming and coming, and I'm not saying she didn't want to film this with me, but she was actually busy, and that I can really understand. But that isn't going to stop me from doing the needful, like putting this out there, sharing my life lessons. So I felt, well, I can actually do this on my own, and it still would come out nice. So here I am, guys, doing this on my own. Another thing I've learned is procrastination is the killer of all dreams, and it's something, you know, one continues to struggle with and make sure they overcome, basically, because sometimes you just want to rest, sometimes you just want to be lazy. But I have found a really helpful way to help me get things done and get them done on time, and that is writing things down. I have so many jotters, and in these different jotters I have different to-do lists on them, like so many. And I think I actually enjoy writing. I actually enjoy seeing my writing. I think I have a fairly good handwriting and I enjoy seeing it. So whenever I write things down, it helps me. It's like this invisible force that pushes me and makes sure I do everything I wrote down that I was going to do. Just do it now. You gotta do it. You gotta do it now. Just do it now. Yes, and people come and go, and sadly it is how life is. Not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. Some people are just a chapter in your life. So, you know, just get used to it. And it sucks that some of these people are the people we even share the sweetest memories with, but well, that's life, guys. It's life. It's unfortunate. People come and go. So that's why I've learned to, you know, be my own person and enjoy my own self, of like enjoy my time and my company. So now I'm not going to say do not trust. I'm not going to say have trust issues. Well, I have trust issues. Trust a little bit. Give out some, hold some to yourself. Do not give out all your trust just like that, because human beings are going to be human beings. Human beings are going to shock you, surprise you, make you cry. I'm a human being too. I've probably shocked someone. I have probably done bad to someone. I'm not saying I'm perfect. So it's just something, I've learned to live with. Like, we are going to be we have our good sides, our bad sides. I've learned to be careful, basically. There are times I thought I could never do something, and then later on, with practice, of course, I found myself doing them, and I was like, wow. Or even that attribute you felt you could never possess, and then later on you find yourself possessing such attribute. We are really stronger. We're a lot stronger than we think we are. We're a lot stronger. Most times we tend to underestimate ourselves. When I've had no other option than to be strong, I've exercised strength, major strength. All we just need is a positive mindset to drive us through. That's positive, that driving force, the positive mindset, and we'll be doing things we never thought. Many times we see people's success and we almost forget there's actually work put in to bring about that success. Like, nothing comes overnight, especially when it comes to legit success. People put in serious hard work, determination, and all that stuff. So one has to consciously put in that effort and try to be better than they were before. It's not an abracadabra something. You want to be good at something, you're going to have to put in that effort. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to be determined, be principled, and all of that. I personally, I have learned to be thankful. Like, there's something I do every year. At the beginning of every year, I look back at the previous year, and no matter how small, just look for stuff to be thankful for, to say, oh, thank you, Father. I might not have gotten to where I want to get to. I might not have, achieved whatever it is I wanted to achieve, but at least I've done something. I have left point A to point B, and I know hopefully soon I'm going to get to point C. So, at every point, be thankful. Once in a while, take a breather and count your blessings, literally. Like, count your blessings one by one. I'll be surprised at how much overflow of blessings are going to come your way. Preach on, sister. Preach on, sister. Yes, I'm preaching. See this thing they call happiness. Nobody can make you happy if you do not decide to be happy, or if you do not let yourself be happy, if you do not want to be happy. So this thing they call happiness is a personal choice, and at every point in time, always choose to be happy. Choose happiness over anything. Happy state of mind, peaceful state of mind, that comes first. That should always come first. I do not mess with that. I don't joke with my happiness, no matter how hard the situation might be. Even when like the cliche saying, when life throws you lemon, make lemonade. So I practice that a lot. I consciously try to be happy. Conscious. Many of these things I have learned are things I consciously put in effort to do. Most of the time, if you're ever having doubts about something you want to do, if you're ever having doubts about that next step you're about to take, 85% of the time, that thought, that dream is going to come out great. So I've learned to fight my doubts, fight my fears, and take that leap of faith, and and hope for the better, hope for the best, and putting in the work, and walking the walk, talking the talk, acting the act, doing the do, and like that. There's this song, don't give up, it's not over. When you give up, it is over. Something. Just don't give up. Don't give up. It's not over. See, yeah, when there's life, there's hope. That I have learned for sure. So even when hope even when it's looking like, man, there's no hope. There's life. Tall. Hope day. Hope day. Anyhow. Hope day. You can hope day. Hope day. You see, one thing I don't do is go with the trend. No matter how catchy, no matter how sweet it is to the ears, say negative things to myself. No way. I try to never say anything negative about myself. Like, I always try to maintain a positive state of mind. It cannot even be stressed enough. See this hope that they say when there's life, there's hope. Now, if you get positive mindset, though, if you don't get positive mindset, forget it. You cannot positive and negative, work. I don't know about science. I don't know how it applies in science, but in reality, positive and negative don't work. You cannot have a negative thought, a negative mindset, and expect a positive life. So whenever I want something, whenever I hope for something, I speak life into it. I claim it. I say my daily affirmations, everything just to be positive, because there's power in this tongue, and the earlier one begins to learn how to use the tongue wisely, the better. As for me, I always consciously make sure I use my tongue wisely. I say positive things into my life. I speak positive things into my life. Speak them, and really they manifest. Life not jeje. This life, I can't kill myself. I can't kill myself, you. Well, like that. Ha 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 ha. You see this thing they call stress? It might sound simple. It might sound like, oh, I stressed myself yesterday. Oh, I stress. Oh, I want to stress myself so I can lose weight. God forbid evil. God forbid evil. Never, ever. See, that word is a killer. So basically, I just try not to stress myself. I try to do things calmly. What I can do, I will do. The one I cannot do, we go leave them for tomorrow, or I don't know, any other stuff. Just be doing things calmly, because man, stress is very, very bad for the health, for everything. So the act of being calm should be mastered. Time truly does not wait for anybody. Like, whatever I have to do, I try to be time conscious. Well, sometimes it doesn't work for me. The whole African time is something, but really I try. It's a conscious effort. I try to get better at being time conscious, because time is flying. Like, have you ever felt like you just woke up 5 minutes ago and it's night already? Like, have you ever been on the bed about to sleep at night, and then remember just 5 minutes ago it was morning? As if that is how bad time flies sometimes. So being conscious of time is something I have tried to master. I'm not there yet. I still do the African time is something once. But when I can, I try to be conscious of time, because the way to be flying, and this one is pursuing it. I've come to understand that learning never stops, and it's actually important to pick up new ideas, to educate oneself as often as the opportunity presents itself. No knowledge is a waste. Whatever you learn today will most likely be very, very useful in the nearest future. Most likely, no knowledge is actually a waste. So whenever I can, I pick up new interests. I challenge myself to do stuff I ordinarily wouldn't have thought of doing or learning. We're trying to be better. We're trying to better ourselves. I don't know about you, but whenever I can relax, whenever I can, indulge in one self-care routine or the other, I do not miss out on it. I really do not miss out on it. Like, you cannot overwork this body, man. This success, by the grace of God, everyone will be successful. You get? So whenever there's the opportunity to take a deep breath, I do not miss it for any reason at all. But then I've also understood not to let the taking of deep breath extend to idleness, because that is now where the devil is going to come in. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. So I try not to mix those two. I try not to mix those two at all. I always try to keep them separated. When it's time to rest, I rest. After resting, I try to get busy, try to work the brain, try to keep the brain occupied. Never ever let the mind get idle, because that's where all these crazy thoughts come in and nasty stuffs happen and like that, and basically just rest. Basically just indulge in self-care activities and unwind whenever I can, whenever the opportunity presents itself. So over the years, I have come to understand the importance of doing the right thing. Apart from the fact that it's the right thing to do, doing the right thing is the right thing to do. You never know who might be watching and whose life you're changing by just that right act you're performing. Yes, a lot of times I've been influenced by people's actions, by them doing the right thing. And then I look at myself and I'm like, wow, this person did this and nothing happened to them. You can as well do something this good and nothing will happen to you too. It won't take anything from you. So, always do the right thing. It pays to do the right thing. You could be helping a life or two. You never know. When I wrong someone and I know genuinely that I wronged the person, I apologize, and the apology is genuine. I don't try to beat around the bush, say this, say that. It is genuine. You get, there's no being pompous. There's no being when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I say sorry and I genuinely mean it. If there's one principle I live by, is never start what you cannot finish, and respecting people's boundaries, because I don't like it when one oversteps my boundaries. So I respect people's boundaries. I make my boundaries clear from the onset of any form of relationship. Like, this is what I like. Mostly, this is what I don't like. Please don't do it. And I tell me what you don't like, and I try to respect it. I don't let it leave my head. Like, I see you, I'm seeing what you don't like, so I know what boundaries not to overstep. You get that kind of something. So respect people, respect their boundaries, and make my boundaries known to people with hopes that they respect it as well. Or I just stay away from them because I don't have strength. If I notice one doesn't want to respect how I feel about something, man, just I honestly do not have strength. I have strength. I don't have strength at all. So I might get angry and say whatever it is I want to say, bring the roof down and all that stuff. But I try to never hold a grudge. After that day, it don't go. I might see the person tomorrow, and my relationship with that person might not be the same as it was previously. But then I have nothing against that person here. I always try to have a clean mind towards anybody. You get that, because that I have discovered is one of the secrets to answered prayers. And I'm not going to not want my prayers answered because of someone. We vex, we quarrel, we say everything we're going to say, it don't go, it don't pass. To me, failure is not the end of it. It's rather a stepping stone. So if I felt I failed at something, I would make use of that. I'll turn it to my own, advantage. It will serve an experience I would learn from that would help me, be better at the next endeavor I want to get into. Wow, that word endeavor, it sounds fancy. Endeavor. In translation, that same thing that is sweet kills. Sugar, not good. It's not good. I try to stay away from it as much as I can. There are many other stuff I wouldn't take with sugar. Let me just know it is just the ice cream and the soft drinks that one is still trying to put in check, that is still holding us. If not, like raw sugar, I try to avoid. What I do when I want to soak garri is I use dates instead. Yes, most of the time, like anytime I want to soak garri, I plan it. So I will get dates. Dates serve as sugar, and then I'll cut them in small pieces and just scatter them. The way you scatter granules inside gari. That's the same way the date will be scattered in a gari, and then with plenty groundnut, of course. So you won't even know there's no sugar. With your cold water, you be taking you get the same sweet taste. You get sugar is not good. Raw sugar is not good. I've learned to always follow my instincts, trust my gut. Like if my spirit is worried about something, I'm not going close. Like, there are times when you want to do something, but your spirit is really troubled. You're in something, and your spirit is really troubled. In such occasions, I'm coming out, or I'm not even going in. And then other occasions where there are doubts, but then there's that tiny voice in you telling you, go ahead and do it, go ahead. So I have learned to always trust my instincts. They never fail me. Because most times when you don't do them, when you go against your instincts, you later realize, Kai, but I was told, Kai, but my mind was telling me, or my mind was telling me. So I think at this stage, I can differentiate what minds to listen to and what minds to not listen to. Because there are always voices in the head. There are always voices in the head. So I have been able to learn which voice to listen to and which voice to not listen to. It has helped me a lot. How do you guys see my decoration? Simple, huh? I try to not put myself in tight corners. I try to cut my cut according to my size. I try to live within my budget. What I can do, I do. What I can afford, I go for it. What I can't afford, I'll wait till I can afford it. So debt is something I try to avoid as much as I can. I try not to owe anybody. I don't enjoy people owing me, because people owe you to collect money from them will be what? Both of you put like inside one trouser, and nah, I don't have strength for such a bit. Like, I have learned there's really no need to bottle up emotions. Like, I do not like something about something, I'm definitely being vocal about it. Because if you're not feeling something, or if you're feeling something and you don't let it be known, the other person who is involved will not know, or the other people involved will not know. Oh, so please, don't do this again. What you just did, I don't like it, I'm not comfortable with it. And fine. And most of the time people will respect that and not do it again. And if I feel one has done great, I'll equally let them know, oh, you've really done great. Oh, your hair looks good, your dress looks beautiful, your makeup is on point, this, that. There's not bottling up emotion. Like, say it out, speak it out. If I'm not expressing myself for any reason, then there's really no need for that. But once I need to express myself on something, I'm doing so. Hey, I read somewhere on Twitter where someone said something about people that do not have regrets. So and so. I think the person said something about we're losing touch of reality or something of that sort. And I was like, I replied. I can't remember exactly how I responded, but I was like, it's not about that. It's about being realistic and knowing that what has happened has happened. You cannot do anything about it. It cannot be changed. So why beat yourself up? Why be angry? Why harm yourself for something you can never ever change? The only thing you can do is, going forward, you will do better. And before you even get to that stage of doing better, you must have healed yourself, forgiving yourself for whatever happened in the past. So never hold on to the past. Never. It's in the past for a reason. Like, it's there. No need bringing it forward. You can only learn from your mistakes, but it should never affect the future. Never. Regret doesn't do anything. Instead, it causes damage. Doesn't yield anything positive. Instead, it yields everything negative. So it's in the past, it's there for a reason. It should remain there. Hey. I know this one, a lot of us can relate to it. Drink water and mind your business. Mind your business. I mind my business as much as I can. Like, I mind the business that pays me. It's not paying me, it's not my business. If I don't have to get involved, I am not getting involved. I try not to bring drama to myself. I don't appreciate when people bring drama to me. I try to stay away from drama as much as I can. I mind my business. And minding one's business is a secret to being drama free, staying drama free. So drink water. It's good for the health. I drink a lot of water and I mind my business. And as you can see, this girl here is glowing from no drama. Yes, and then finally, last but not the least, definitely not the least, absolutely not the least, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Not man, not woman, not anything, not object. Jesus Christ is the way, truth, and the life. Now, this is one lesson I'm sure might not apply to a lot of people out there. Now, if it doesn't apply to you, just, jump and pass because it doesn't apply to you. Now, for those who it might relate to, and I acknowledge him, he's a huge part of my life. Yes, that's it. So you can see it's obviously not the least. I intentionally left it there to close the stage. That final word where you just drop mic. Yes, that is why it's here. So Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Just mine. So those are my 27 lesson, guys. That's that for this video. Till my next video, stay blessed, stay out of trouble, and as always, I love you guys so very, very much. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Bye bye.